Here's a beautiful little candle to welcome in the new year. And it says, "You're only given one little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it." That's on the candle. I just thought that was really a
That's
beautiful,
beautiful. Yeah.
beautiful thing. So, how can you listen for your spirit in the presence of bad news? So bad news comes, and of course, a lot of times we give up the ghost. We lose our spirit. We have a reaction. We go into what I would consider not the heart of God, but the mind of humanity and all of its multitudes and possibilities, some of which can be wisdom and some of which can be chaos. But if we are listening for our own spirit in these times of bad news, we understand that really the only answer that the mind can ever give is, I don't know. The mind doesn't know. The mind is just a box that gets filled with whatever's happening, whatever karmas are playing out, wherever you're, whatever atmosphere you happen to be in at the moment. You could have asked me that question and I could have been at the hospital and had a very different response. But instead, I got that question and I was home in my home sanctuary, and the multitudes of the divine kept tumbling in. So I said, okay, this is really good. So if I'm listening to my spirit in the presence of bad news, well, I understand that my mind isn't going to really give me an answer, but I do need to get an answer. So I started to reflect, why am I even here? Well, I came here to grow. I came here to evolve. I came here to be exposed to a lot of opportunities and a lot of experiences because by nature, I'm actually very introverted. So I must come to Earth in order to have a different type of experience to grow my spirit, and also to really understand I'm a devotee, a devotional person by nature. So I think I came to Earth to really understand that God is everywhere in all things, as Bishop Dana was teaching us, and that I could get caught up in all the chaos and the traumas and the fears and the inhumanity, the revenge and all of that stuff. I could. It's very easy. Things when something comes at you and it hurts, it hurts. There's no getting around that. If you misunderstand something, the misperception can cause a lot of pain, can cause a lot of chaos or anxiety. But if I start tapping back into my spirit, I really get that there's a mission, a purpose, a plan, and that my mind actually gets sort of conditioned from painful things more than pleasure and more than the divine. And it wasn't until historically, that is, and it wasn't until I encountered Ron Roth and I heard for the first time, "Set a trap for God." And I interpreted that wherever the eye can see, it must reflect the divine. Even if there's chaos, there's got to be a moment of divinity in that chaos. And it's only up to me to find it. I just have to see it. Once I see it, I just need one little teeny anchor point. It could be a Padre Pio candle. I just need one little anchor point, and then I am brought back into the truth of my spirit. So, if you don't mind, if we all just close our eyes, put our hands on our heart for just a moment, because the energy is very high right now. And you just say to your heart, "I love you. I love you." And you might even say, "That scares the crap out of me because I don't know what I'm saying, but I love you." Then you look, you listen, and you feel for a reply. And you don't do it too quickly. Don't let your nervous system jump you out of the experience. Stay in the "I love you" that you're saying to your heart. And if you are having an experience, it's probably something like a sensation or a warmth or a movement under your hands. And your heart is giving you an example of its wisdom. It's giving you an example of its personal testimony. And it's saying back to you in some kind of way, "I love you too. We are one." And then as you learn to tap into this every day, You start tapping the wisdom that's there, the little nuggets, the little kernels. You might even start realizing that there's a place in your heart where your divine is always permanently established. And you might even find that your angels like to hang out there too. So your guardian angels, your guide angels, they're there too. And suddenly you can start teasing the multitudes, the fishes and loaves of the divine's presence through your own heart center, through your own sensorium, through your own experience. And it becomes your supernatural reality. My Jesus is different than your Jesus, but they're from the same place.